All right, you know what? I want to talk history right now. I like history. Um, and I mean, what the fuck is really history? It's like, I mean, if you look at the past is made up of billions and billions of different stories. Um, and yet, history, as we could say in modern scientific terms, only focuses on a small spectrum of those stories. Um, as if the stories of the leaders were the stories of the people. Like to me, it's like one of the most interesting things is um, just like I was reading this history of the Siberian prisons, right? And this guy was saying that there would be bread that was given to them, right? And they'd cut this bread up. It'd be a loaf of bread, and they'd cut the bread up. Well, the most valuable parts of the bread were the ends, right? And like nowadays, the least valuable parts are the ends, right? But in this prison, the most valuable parts were the ends because that's where the most nutrients were packed in. That's where they'd get more energy from. Um, that was interesting. Another interesting thing was he was saying that they'd have a lot of bone soup, right? But this bone has marrow in it, right? And so it's like they could taste the health, basically, of this bone soup. He was trying to show how they weren't eating a whole lot. They were given bones to eat. But it was once you put bones in some water, then that marrow gets into that water, and it's healthy, and they can feel the health from this bone soup every time there were bones in their soup. Like that's interesting. That's interesting. You read about Cortez and all this stuff, but there's this one history of a soldier from within Cortez's camp, and damn, that's just as interesting. It's just like history is made up of just like if you think about modern times, it's like how would you characterize our history? Because it's like it's billions of people and billions of different stories. Um, and so it's silly. It's like history is a bunch of biased biographies um, that many times turn Platonic idea thoughts into um, like the whole of history, right? Um, like our tribe is for justice. Our tribe is good. Our tribe is amazing. I mean, biased biographies. That's what a lot of history is made up of, right? Um, I mean, I think no, no. I know, I know. One of the worst. May I have another cigarette? Oh, you're fucking amazing. Um, I know one of the worst historians out there is a man by the name of Plutarch, right? And Plutarch is a man that kind of shaped medieval Europe. It was so fucking weird and disgusting. Because like Plutarch is a man that praises some Theban rebels. And what do these Theban rebels do? What are their actions? Well, these Theban rebels, they betray the laws of hospitality. That's what they do. These Theban rebels betray the laws of hospitality and murder a man in his sleep, and they're heroic, right? Talk about sucker punching heroes, right? And yet, all Greek men, all Greek men love Alexander, right? All Greek men love Alexander. But for Plutarch to write a positive biography on Alexander, he has to betray everything that he believes in. And yet, in order to pander to the Greek masses, in order to pander like a little bitch to the Greek masses, he betrays everything he believes in. Because what does he believe in? Well, oh, he doesn't believe in the laws of hospitality. You know, he believes he believes assassination, and that's a cool thing. Assassination is cool. Like, Plutarch's a little bitch. He doesn't believe in virtue. He does not believe in virtue at all. He's a man that believes in breaking the laws of fucking hospitality. He doesn't believe in virtue at all. But he pretends to. Because he's got an agenda, right? um, and I kind of agree with his agenda, because I'm against hereditary monarchy. Like, but at the same time, individual men can do amazing things. Individual men can do amazing things. And so there have been great leaders out there in the past, you know, but it's their kids that fuck everything up. But there have been great monarchs in the past, and I think that's undeniable in looking at history. Men and or women who have done great things for their tribe, right? And women, we would talk about that woman of the Ukraine, right? Who's a fucking, like, one of the, like, I think she's the most badass woman in human history. But her husband was murdered, right? And murdered by this tribe, and this tribe was, trying to take over, and she pretended to be subservient to this tribe, but then she just fucking murders them all, and she continues to pretend to be subservient, and then murders more of them, right? And then just surrounds them and just invades and murders the rest of them, right? It's like my husband was traveling through your country on faith, trusting in you, and you just murdered him. You broke the laws of hospitality. And if you break the laws of hospitality, fuck you, you know. So this Ukrainian woman, but you could also think about Catherine the Great or something like that. Cleopatra was a badass woman. She was. And I know there's several Cleopatras, but I'm talking about Cleopatra. You know, she puts her arm around and actualizes herself by putting her arm around. But anyways, no, like, Plutarch is an awful man that knows nothing about virtue. This was a man that had an agenda. And he had an agenda for secrecy and tyranny, and cowardly murder. Fuck Plutarch, man. Fuck him. Because, like, you see, you just listen to that biography of Alexander, and you just you're either disgusted by Plutarch or you're an idiot, because this man is betraying his whole who he is. There was the Greek and Phoenician fight for Sicily, and the Sicilians, or not the Sicilians, the Phoenicians, what they did was they promoted democracy within the Greek world in order to weaken the Greek world. And within Sicily at this time, they almost succeeded, right? The Phoenicians were on the verge of victory over these Greeks because the Phoenicians had tricked the Greeks into fighting amongst each other. And there was this one Greek who came along. He was a monarch. He was a leader, and he was like, "Fuck you, democracy people." So he fought them, but he also fought the Phoenicians, and he was able to save the Greek peoples. And it's people like Plutarch who want to deny this real history of Phoenician duplicity and the power of duplicity within warfare. Because he's for duplicity, right? Coming into another man's city, pretending to be their friend, and then murdering them in their sleep, or murdering them when they're vulnerable. Like, fuck Plutarch, man. He's like he's either burning in hell or God is not good. Because he doesn't actually believe in virtue. He doesn't. He believes in Greek supremacy. That's it. That's what he promotes. But he only promotes that in order to turn the Greeks into a vicious hyena pack. Where the most vicious, vile Greek goes to the top. Yeah, fuck Plutarch, man. I mean, what the fuck is history? What the fuck is history other than defense propaganda in order to promote war profiteering?